Today, Precarious plays
MegaMan Battle Network 2. Have I explained Hunter arts to you? No, I'm sorry, Hunter styles.
No.
Weapon styles. I don't remember what they're called.
We're talking about Monster Hunter?
We're talking about Monster Hunter Generations.
No, I don't know those.
Why would you? They're a rich man's game.
Okay.
You know how there are 14-ish weapons in Monster Hunter?
Yeah. The insect blade. Yes.
And some other stuff, but nobody cares about that.
Yeah. Lame. Stupid. Stupid, useless. Doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go ahead and alienate almost everybody.
No, just 13 out of every 14 people.
Yeah. You know, the losers.
No, it seems unlikely that the weapons are distributed that way.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, go on.
Anyway.
There are several weapons.
Yes. And there's maybe even more than just the one insect glaive.
You must be joking.
Right, what are you talking about? There are dozens of insect glaives, and think about all of the bugs you can have.
Yeah. Nice.
Now. Holy God.
What?
Unacceptable game. That is completely unacceptable. That's bonkers. Please intercept this for me, roll.
Please.
Thank you. Okay, now I just have to focus on blocking the one. How the hell would you do this if you didn't have a shield style? I don't know if I can do it with a shield style.
You just eat lightning until you die and then get mad and put the game away.
Yeah. I need to check online. I wonder if this is like...
Whew.
If this one went unbeaten. Like, I'll look up some reviews and stuff later. It keeps distracting me from my point. This should not have taken 1.5 episodes, and I'm going to be talking about it for the next 5 years.
So, weapon styles.
Weapon styles. There are a number of named styles that are available to every weapon, and they remove some features and then add new ones in weird, engaging, but just weird ways, right? Like core features for some of these weapons. I don't know how he broke through my barrier. That wasn't
either.
cool. You gotta focus on blocking. So, for example, there's a style called Adept style that tends to remove some feature and then offload it to a dodge or a block.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that, I'm trying to think of an example that I saw online. Oh, okay, so light bowgun. Adept light bowgun. It allows you to do a perfect dodge. How did it break through my fucking barrier and then kill me?
I don't know.
I mean, it doesn't matter because I've been saving like a mad person.
Yeah.
It's just frustrating to have that happen. Like I'm not having a heat stroke, right? Like I had a barrier up.
That is what it looked like to me. So we might be having the same heat stroke. That is a possibility. But that didn't seem like it should have happened.
I mean, and maybe they just, let me say this with absolute certainty, maybe they royally fucked it up and made it to where that thing does multiple ticks of damage, like every second, like 5 times a second when it's traveling on the field.
Yeah.
That enemy is unacceptably poorly designed. That's awful. Like it's obnoxious to begin with. You know what I'm gonna do? See, no, this is a huge problem because now you have to pick between 2 equally shit options.
Yeah.
Because what I can do is I can either fix the ice and all of the other terrain problems, or I can favorite Rock Cube for specifically that enemy.
Ugh.
So what's worse? Not being able to move effectively or fucking having to deal with that garbage?
I think not being able to move effectively is worse.
I don't know. I'm pretty sure that was the first thing that actually managed to like kill me in this area.
Yeah, but is that, well, looks like you just proved me wrong. I was going to say, but how often does that really, oh.
I mean, look at that. That's insane. No, not there. I am fucked again.
Ah.
And they deal so much damage. And I'm not. Water is what. I'm going to destroy them. Is it close to the end of an episode?
No.
Because what I want to do right now is turn the air conditioning back on, so that way, like, I'm back on my game, and just grind them just into the dust. I'm very vengeful. I'm a very vindictive individual, and I know it only makes me feel a little better, but I will absolutely set and just destroy the same enemy for a while just to make me feel better. I know they don't care one way or another, even in universe.
Yeah.
Even if I inhabited that space, they wouldn't care because they are viruses. Oh. I've broken out into like a second layer, like a second kind of sweat.
Anger sweat.
Yes.
Fury sweat.
Yeah, now these cowards won't show up to fight me.
I know this is not funny to you right now, but your vengeful tone is reminding me of a certain D&D campaign.
We don't talk about that on this show. We gotta keep work and other work separate. Work play and other work play. We've gotta keep one to one side and the other to the other.
Gotta keep the realms apart.
Right. Now what in the actual hell was I talking about? Adept light bow gun style.
Yes.
Whenever you use the adept style, I can't break these quickly enough. Maybe I can't. Oh, no, this might solve all of my problems. Whenever you do a just evade.
That was satisfying.
Whenever you do a just evade.
Yeah.
And what I mean by that is whenever it's in the right frame region. With a light bow gun, with adept style, what happens is you dodge out of the way in a direction I think that you're inputting on the controller. You dash a short distance, and then if you stand still for a second, you'll do a power reload, which is something that has never been a technique that's been available to me in the other games. But I believe it increases the damage and it turns part of the HUD blue to tell you that you've power reloaded. And it reloads all of your ammo. And then there is an optional function where you can tap a button to charge forward, like sprint in a direction. And in a way that is unique to Monster Hunter, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I do have a new one. In a way that is unique to Monster Hunter, that may not sound like a lot, but it is. It's a big deal. Like that kind of positioning tool off of the back of an evade after a reload that I believe also increases your damage. That's a pretty handy thing to have. And that is just one style of several, right?
Right.
Like the default way the weapons have worked in the past, I believe that's called guild style. But there's like adept style and something that starts with a V, vigor. No, valor. I think it's valor. There's valor style, which tends to, from what I've seen of Gunlance valor style, it has a strong emphasis on actually valor Gunlance sort of appears to work like just Gunlance works normally in Monster Hunter World. Because they give you the overhead swing reload command whenever you are playing with Valor style in that game.
Yeah.
So every weapon basically has several little permutations, right?
Yeah.
Where you can get really specific with what you're willing to give up in exchange for these other features. And it's especially odd because it's not even necessarily consistent from weapon to weapon. So I know that there are some online that, like the particular decisions that were made, they wind up creating these sort of like power combinations that people are really fond of. Like that's why I know about Valor, I think it's Valor Gunlance and the Adept light bowgun styled. And then there's like, I think aerial dual blades was one of the ones that I heard about online. It just lets you go bonkers, jumping off of things. Like most of the aerial styles, they replace various evasive techniques with the ability to dart forward, and if you hit a monster with it, you kip off of them, and you can do aerial attacks on the back of that with any weapon. So I have this now. I've got a new one of these. And I know that the number 42, I've seen that around somewhere. I'll find it. What I'm gonna do between these two, this recording session and the next, I'm just gonna keep playing until I get to like the next. I'm pretty sure that there's a boss rush coming up. So I'm just gonna play until that's about to happen. Because this is exhausting.
This has been a lot of walking around on squares, yes.